Next up at UFC 293, we have Shane Young taking on Gabriel "Fly" Miranda. Shane Young, 13-7 overall, 2-3 in his last 5. He is riding a 3-fight losing streak. Losing, key word here, because this guy's a considerably large favorite. Taking on Gabriel Miranda, 16-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off the stoppage loss to Benoit Saint Denis. Stop doing that. Shane Young, this guy's a solid kickboxer. Him, like half of this card, he's out of that city kickboxing gym with Izzy, the rest of that crew, Ulberg, all these people are on this freaking card. He likes to work forward. He wants to jab. He's going to manage range. He's going to control the center. He's constantly pumping that jab out there in combinations. He's more of a volume striker than a raw power guy, but he can definitely put you away. He's coming off that loss to Blake Builder, where his striking actually looked, he's supposed to be the better striker here. His striking looked stiff. He had nothing to offer when he was actually taken down. But if you do remember, that was his first fight back after 2 years outside of the cage, taking on Gabriel Miranda. This guy's a slick grappler. He's got nice takedowns. He's very much an old school BJJ guy who's going to work from position to position, look for a submission instead of just pounding away on top. The problem is that he can be submission or bust, and he's so good. He's so comfortable on the ground. He'll get swept. He doesn't care. He'll just go with the flow. He'll stay on his back. And as we all know, that doesn't score very well with some judges on some of these cards, especially a card like this. When you got, a lot of strike-heavy people, being on your back may not work out well for you. But he is coming off that loss to Benoit Saint Denis, where he came out guns blazing. He had big shots, takedown attempts, but he faded pretty quickly. This is a tough fight to pick. These odds are surprising. These are very, very, very wide odds because we essentially have a grappler versus striker matchup here. Shane's going to be the striker. He did look stiff in his last fight. Gabriel's a grappler, but he gets way too tired way too early to work in takedowns late in fights. Shane looked clueless off his back in the last fight, but if you zoom out, before that takedown, before he ended up on his back, he defended 6 takedowns. And Blake Builder is a fast, athletic guy who does set a pace. So I'm still going to pick Shane because I can trust his cardio. If I knew Gabriel was going to have cardio and he wasn't going to fade as quickly as he did in his last fight, he actually would be the pick. But I don't trust his cardio, so Shane's going to be the pick. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition of the Mexican Blood Fly Parlay. Fly would be the nickname of Gabriel Miranda because he is the first part of this underdog parlay that I am pumping all week. Wouldn't recommend putting a lot on it, but I do have a little bit. It's just a fun parlay that I came up with. Thought it was a funny name, but Fly is the first leg because this guy is very, very aggressive. And I think Shane Young, with his style, is just so prone to just kind of being overwhelmed in fights. And I see Gabriel as he has good enough striking. He used that striking really well to he just blitzes with his strike. He basically does what Aljo should do better, if that makes any sense. He's not the same grappler or wrestler as Aljo, but the way that he's able to use his strikes in the takedowns is better than what Aljo does. He's a better striker than Aljo. So he comes in with the big strikes. He's a good striker. He he had Benoit on absolute skates. He actually showed up pretty good toughness in that matchup. I know he ended up getting finished. Should have been finished at the end of the first round. Got finished early second round, right when the first round started. But even in those exchanges, you saw this guy he is a jiu-jitsu nerd. And so is exactly right. He falls in love with the grappling. He will go on his back. He'll do what he needs to do there to try and just stay on the ground. But he's not a typical jiu-jitsu nerd. This guy is tough. He does have good striking, and he does have legit takedowns. He has really good doubles. He has really good body. He gets to the body lock with inside trips and outside trips. He does have really good takedowns. And the second that this fight gets to the ground, and I believe it's going to happen within the first minute, because Gabriel's not going to stand around and he just blitzes in. He goes in for it. It's going to go to the ground, and Shane Young is in big, big trouble. He's not going to want to stay on the ground. He knows it's dangerous. In front of the home fans, he is going to make a mistake getting back to his feet, and I'd like Fly to get this done in the first round by submission. I'm pretty confident in him this week. And Shane Young, he's pretty well-rounded, but you don't look at Shane Young and be like, oh, he's really good at, it's just kind of he's good at everything, but not great at anything,
Yeah. No, I hear you. And this is not I obviously picked Shane, but like I said, it's really because I don't trust Gabriel's cardio.
I don't think it
That's
matters.
the reality of it. I don't trust his cardio.
No, that makes sense. I personally don't think it's going to matter, but it makes sense for you to think that. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Hold on one second. Okay. I mean, this is like, she's like, "Where's mommy? Where I told you." Get your ass
Mommy
home
left
right
a
now.
long time ago.
Yeah, she went out to get a gallon of milk in 1998, and now you're raising yourselves upstairs. Hear it? Okay. It's guys, don't get a dog, don't get kids. It's a whole thing. They all need something. Shane Young's going to be the pick. I'm not going to fight and scream with Jacob here because Gabriel Miranda doesn't have the cardio, in my opinion. But if he does have the cardio, if the last fight was a fluke, or maybe for whatever reason, it's not like
He didn't get tired. He just got beat on. I mean, he just got
the cardio issue wasn't based solely off his last fight. He's had cardio issues on tape in previous fights. But if you trust his cardio, and I saw people posting pictures in our Discord, join the Discord. It is 100% free. If you saw those pictures that people were posting, dude looks physically, Gabriel Miranda looks fantastic.
Well, he's coming down to 145. So we might.
Yeah.
This might be I mean, this could be a scale thing too. If he looks sucked out, his cardio is already going to suck. So
yeah. No, that's literally the only reason I'm not picking him. Other than that, I do think he can win. But $7,600 in DraftKings, I mean, that might be something to look at. If he gets on the scale and he's hopping around, he looks like he's full of energy, made the weight. If you're trusting the cardio this time out, he may look fantastic because Shane Young looked real stiff in his last fight. And if Gabriel gets one of those takedowns, he could have some very real success. You're going to spend the $7,600 on him.
Yeah, I just don't see Shane defending that first takedown, and he's just so aggressive when he gets that first takedown. I think Shane's in trouble in this one. But if you're gonna play it, and this is probably where something backfires, I wouldn't play him money line. You might as well just play him by submission. I think it moves it from plus 150 to plus 200 and something. And he's 16 wins, 15 submissions. You might as well just play the odds on that.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna fade this fight entirely for most things. What are you laughing at?
You just have such a hatred for the live chat, but I get it this time.
It's one thing. The dude always wants to say dumb shit, which is fine. Let him say dumb shit. But once he starts saying actual business affecting things, gone forever. No exceptions. Anyway, WeWantPicks.com. We've been having some wild success with our bets. Artem has been crushing the non-UFC cards. His UFC picks have been phenomenal, but I'm emphasizing the non-UFC cards because he's putting that stuff out there as well. Sign up. $10 a month. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. You're going to unlock the DraftKings Optimizer. You're going to unlock the bets. You're going to unlock the picks. You're going to unlock round line sways. For every single one of these fights, I'm going to give you my round line lean. So is Artem. You're going to get confidence levels on the picks. There's so much information, so much content, the data, the metrics, the analytics, and then our actual bets, what we're doing. Ton of stuff on there. Only $10 a month at WeWantPicks.com.